Here's what you missed last time on Be Good Johnny Weir. Johnny decided to take a year off competing, and he wants to create his own spectacular skating show.
I want to have singers, dancers, and just craziness.
But not everyone is so enthusiastic.
It's got to be all good.
If it fails, no one will take him seriously.
So fasten your seatbelt for a new episode of Be Good Johnny Weir.
How are you?
Come on back.
Okay.
I'm at Era Called Salon with my agent Tara, and we are having Ladies Beauty Day.
Do you ever feel like you have to pee when you put your feet in the warm water?
No.
I always feel like I have to.
Well, don't pee on Ella.
I won't. That's why I wear tight pants, so it doesn't really have a chance to go anywhere like a baby.
Do you want to focus a little bit on spectacular? Because I really need, like, your brain and your creative juices. Johnny has this huge goal of putting on an ice show. He has me producing it, and I'm starting to get worried because already we're behind schedule.
I have a new idea. I want to write my memoir. I've traveled around the world and seen so many things and had to grow up very quickly and becoming a two-time Olympian in a sport and working hard to achieve everything. I think that's a good story.
Do you know that writing a book takes as much time and focus as ice skating competitively or producing a spectacular, for example?
I'm good at multitasking.
Yeah. On top of producing Johnny's Spectacular, he wants me to get him published. All of Johnny's new career ambitions are making me work a lot harder. I love the idea of writing a book. And I love the prospect of getting you to an amazing publisher, but I'm questioning scheduling everything in a timely manner.
Please, I really want to write a book. I think now's the time. And, you know, as my friend and my business partner, I need your help.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
What are you making me?
Girl, I'm gonna make some salad and some beef.
Sold. I'll take some of that. So, girl, do you ever Google yourself?
So many people say they don't Google themselves, but if you're worthy of being on Google, you should Google yourself and find out what's out there about you.
I'm Googling you.
Google me.
Flamboyant, outspoken. Are you dating a man or are you dating a woman? What? Johnny, everything on here is like wondering if you're gay.
How can you not know that I'm gay?
I've never officially come out, and when the media finds the one thing that you won't share with them, it's the only thing they care about.
So why haven't you just come out and just said, like, I'm gay?
Because I feel like, why does it matter? I mean, you don't shove it down my throat that you sleep with a man. Why
Right.
am I going to shove it down your throat that I sleep with a man as well?
Sometimes.
Rarely.
Every now and then.
Infrequently. But I mean, the fact that people still have to come out is aggravating.
Was it really hard to come out to your parents?
Well, Patty was the only one I officially, like, came out to. And I was like, Mama, I just turned 18 and I want to tell you I'm gay. And she started crying. She was like, I'm not crying because I'm upset. I'm crying because I think it's going to be really hard for you in life. The in or out question was never a question for me, and that's why I never really wanted to draw attention to the fact that I am gay, is because I don't believe it should be important to anyone. There's a lot more to being Johnny Weir than just who I sleep with at night. Bon appetit.
Thank you.
Hopefully I did okay.
Looks gorgeous.
Dun, dun, dun. I hope we like these people.
Me too. Don't talk dirty to them.
All right, I'll be very, very professional.
Yes, because I need negotiating power.
I'm so excited that Tara's booked this meeting with a publisher.
Hi.
Johnny.
I hope to impress them, not only with my story, but of my outstanding street glamour and wit.
So,
I've been ridden hard and put up wet.
is that the title of your book?
Possibly.
Johnny, we just expect as people you can't jump right in like that. You'll scare them away. No, but seriously, I'll brag and I'll sound like a biased agent because I am a biased agent. You know, most skaters a year after the Olympics, especially if they don't come in first, are forgotten about. But if you walk down the street, I bet you people know Johnny Weir better than whoever came in first. I hope that Johnny's story interests them because he could really use that six-figure advance.
First of all, we look for stars like yourself. We really like to publish people who have a secret, something salacious, have had an exciting life.
So you need to see me in a photo in the book, blowing lines off of Lindsay Lohan's ass.
If you have it, it would be spectacular.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I will work on that.
Fantastic.
And you're a small-town boy at heart, right?
Yes. I made it to the Olympics twice from the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania, and I mean, that's the story. I had to work hard, but I mean, lots of drama and dirt along the way.
With you?
Oh, they get me.
I'm ready to make this deal happen. Show me where to sign.
So, Johnny, one last question. Are you coming out of the closet? I don't have a...
I've never...
Were you ever in the closet?
No, I was never, ever in one.
But are you going to talk about your sexuality in your book? The book-buying audience wants to hear that.
What is the core entertainment of the Spectacular?
I want to bring together all of the freaks of the world. Lady Gaga, Elvis impersonators, purple ponies.
No publisher's going to want to buy the Johnny Weir story unless I talk about being gay in the book. So now I have to decide whether or not to come out publicly. But my decision's going to have to wait because tomorrow morning, Tara's booked me to fly to Australia to perform in some ice shows.
I am so excited to go to Australia again.
I want to pet a koala.
Oh my God. But you booked me on media from 6 a.m. until midnight every day with a show in between.
Well,
And we're only going for 4 days.
yeah.
It doesn't matter where a show is. If it's in Australia, if it's in Japan, Russia, Springfield, Illinois, I go because I love to perform, but also I have to pay my bills.
Okay, listen, you need to focus on Spectacular while we're in Australia.
Well, where do we start? I mean, it's like a giant, giant, giant project.
Okay. I need a crux of the show, like the seeds of the fruit.
The basic premise of the show is about being unique. So in that way, I want to bring together all of the freaks, whether it's Lady Gaga or Elton John or those people that swing in the ceiling and on silks, the gymnasts and Elvis impersonators and purple ponies like from The Wizard of Oz.
Hello, he's crazy. We have to like come down to earth a little bit. Obviously, we'd like Lady Gaga, but you have to like be realistic about the creative part. So what is the core entertainment?
I want it to be like a concert.
It's a concert. You said the word concert.
But it's a concert / spectacular.
No. Johnny has no idea how to put together a show. We have a lot of work ahead of us if we're gonna pull this off. You need to focus with me, step by step, and we'll get it. We're gonna get it.
It's summer in Melbourne, and I'm so excited to be here and skate for my Aussie fans. I have this huge decision to make about my book, so now I need to squeeze some time out of my already very packed schedule to think about it.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Jade, the stylist.
Johnny, so good to meet you.
Nice to meet you finally.
Please come in here, let me
I've come to Melbourne for 4 ice shows, but in addition to that, I've got to run around doing a press blitz to make sure that we've got full audiences because Mama doesn't go on for half a house. Tara's worked her magic and found me a stylist because I really want to wear Australian designers while I'm here. This is adorable.
And then when we get sick of your voice, we can just go, shut up, Johnny.
Yeah.
I like her. We've only just met and she's already shutting your face up.
I love this jacket.
So, Johnny.
It's gorgeous.
I love it. I think I'd wear it to Eddie McGuire.
Yep.
Tomorrow.
Eddie McGuire is a very famous television and radio personality in Australia. And last year during the Olympics, he made some pretty bold statements about me.
A bloke who's become the patron saint now of Vancouver Gold, Johnny Weir. Bit of Brokeback.
A bit of Brokeback Mountain.
They don't leave anything in the closet, do they?
Well, careful, you'll get yourself in trouble.
Tomorrow I'm a guest on Eddie's radio show for the first time since all that craziness went down at the Olympics.
Do you love it?
I'm like, I can't get over it.
I mean, it's glitzy.
What if you just scared Eddie with that?
Please welcome to Johnny Weir.
I thought you had a steroid named after you, but no, it's an asteroid.
Our schedule since we got to Australia has been crazy, whether it's a photo shoot or a media interview.
I've stayed away from talking about sexuality just because I don't have sex anyway.
Johnny has not had 5 seconds to stop.
Here we go, Tara. My next stop is Eddie McGuire's radio show. Eddie's comments about me really offended a lot of people, and I know so many will be tuning in to hear what I have to say. I'm nervous.
Here we go, 5 seconds.
Johnny Weir, international sporting superstar and flamboyant entertainer, is with us here today.
Now, Johnny, in Vancouver, there was some controversy around our friend Ed over here. How did you feel at the time?
I am kind of ready to have a relationship. You're Randy.
Even tiny little mini shows are hard to produce. What are we gonna do?
Now, Johnny, in Vancouver, there was some controversy around our friend Ed over here. How did you feel at the time?
Eddie's such a good guy that I knew it was probably just a slip of the tongue, and I do the same thing about things that I shouldn't be talking about or saying.
I actually have a genuine respect for Johnny's athleticism. This is one of the best athletes in the world, and we look forward to seeing you in action on the ice. At the Medibank Ice House tonight, it's a pleasure to have you along here, mate. It's been a funny old year for both of us, I must admit, but good luck tonight, mate.
Thank you.
Hi,
Johnny.
Kristen. Nice
So good
to meet you.
Look at all those, are these all skaters?
In a few hours, I'm going to be skating for a sold-out crowd.
I love you so much.
Now that I've decided to put on my own show, I look at these shows completely differently, not just as a skater, but as a future produceress. Are these lights going to be here?
Yes.
Is there any way to have them?
Move down.
I'll hit things.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen.
The show is very short. It's a 50-minute show, and Johnny skates last. And then he has an encore, so he has to finish skating, run backstage, change his costume in like 20 seconds, and then go skate again.
There's nothing more stressful than a quick change.
Crazy!
Note to self, there will be none of this in Spectacular.
Johnny always has a lot of fun skating in these shows, but I wonder if he's going to be able to make the transition from skater to organizer and producer.
You know, I'm so excited to go to the zoo. Can't wait to see what's going to be hot for the fall-winter line.
Okay, that's not funny. I'm going to get kicked out of the country, seriously. Careful with the fur comments.
Tara and I are trekking to the Melbourne Zoo for one reason, and one reason alone. I am not leaving this island without seeing a kangaroo. Oh my God, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
A tree-roo.
Need to find it
Oh my
there.
God, this is gross. Christian Louboutin would die if he knew what I was doing to his shoes right now. Oh my gosh.
He likes Chanel.
They like to see what people have in their bags.
Should we take the bag away?
No, she likes Chanel.
I'm scared. Oh. Oh.
I wish you could ride a kangaroo.
Hi, Chanel.
Chanel loves us.
Yeah.
She's like the fashion bitch. Oh, Chanel, my sister from another mister. I'll never forget you.
Johnny, we are surrounded by kangaroos.
Hi, darling. Thank you for holding my hand. The kangaroo whisperer.
Everybody smile.
My time in Australia is quickly coming to an end, and I still haven't decided if I want to write and come out in my memoir.
Hello, how are you? Hi. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Please come in.
So I'm reaching out to Matthew Mitchum, an Australian Olympic diving sex nugget champion. In 2008, Matthew Mitchum won the Olympic gold medal in 10-meter platform diving. He was the most high-profile out athlete at the Olympic Games, so I thought I'd pick his brain.
All right, so the Olympic Games, 2008, I was one of the billions of people watching you dive in a tiny bathing suit. Like, how do you choose which swimsuit to wear? That kind of moment.
They didn't give us a choice. Thank God I didn't have to deal with that. Well, what I remember from your Olympic experiences, you know, this whole controversy of...
So Eddie Maguire introduced you to me.
No. Actually, there was controversy about me as well, because after my medal, I went up and kissed my boyfriend on the cheek, and apparently the commentator was like, oh my God, did he just kiss a guy?
Like, that gives me little shivers. I mean, I haven't kissed anyone in a long time.
You're Randy. Or Toey, as we like to say.
Toey?
Yeah, Toey.
I'm not Toey, but I am kind of ready to have a sort of relationship. But how do you make a relationship work when you're constantly training and running all over the world to compete, and it's just madness?
Well, we keep our private lives like very private, so I'll go out and do all the celebrity stuff and training and all that, and he just sits at home because he's not really into that.
So your husband's kind of like a balancing act to you?
Yes, I think that's how we've been able to keep it going for such a long time. He's very grounded, very sensible.
And you're the crazy one.
Yeah.
Matthew's very public controversies have never gotten in the way of his goals, and it has seemed to really strengthen his personal life. Matthew's a great example of how living life out of the closet can be good.
What was that leap you did? And you fill out the bus so nice.
Thank you. Now it's your turn.
Aww. Boom, boom, boom.
Brilliant.
We're packing already. It's been a very checkers trip, but there were heaps of people at the show.
All right, you go British every time.
But I loved Australia.
Australia was incredible. Something that this show taught me was that even tiny little mini shows are hard to produce. And what are we gonna do with Madison Square Garden or a giant theater?
It's good to see that Johnny's finally realizing just how difficult this is gonna be. I'm up for the challenge if you are. Call Patty and prepare her.
I will. Does that scare you?
I don't know. I have to put my arms around this now.
Oh my God, I can't believe we were in Australia for like 4 days. One of the standout moments was certainly meeting a certain Olympic champion diver, Matthew Mitchum.
You loved him.
I did love him. Talking with him, I'm thinking now that I should talk about my sexuality and past relationships and stuff in the book.
I did a lot of soul searching while I was in Australia, and I don't think I have anything to lose by coming out in this book and giving the publishers exactly what they want. A good memoir has to be everything that you encompass, and for me, part of that is being gay.
How much detail do you want to go into?
It'd be nice to like tell people that I had a heartbreak and failure in a relationship and stuff like that. And I want to talk about the whole sex part of it too, because I waited until I was in love to have sex for the first time, and I think not a lot of kids do that, so I think that's a nice, strong message to send.
You know what, I have to agree, but how is Mama gonna feel?
The hardest part about this decision is that I might upset my mom, but I have to do what I have to do.
All right, so call the publisher.
Hi. Oh, it's so good to
see you.
So good to see you.
I asked my mom to drive up so I could tell her my news face to face. I'm a mama's boy, through and through. So telling her something that she may not approve of, it's gonna be hard.
I miss you so much. You've got to start coming home more.
I don't have time.
Well, you better find time because you know how quickly people can die. Oh, but anyway, please tell me what it is you have to talk to me about.
I know something's on your mind, so what's on your mind?
I'm going to write a book.
Okay. Tomorrow I want to do this.
And today I want to be an author.
What are you going to write about?
I'm going to write about my life. And for the first time, I'm going to come out publicly.
Okay.
Does that scare you?
No. But, I mean, to me, always what goes on behind closed doors should be behind closed doors. You're going to be putting yourself out there for ridicule. You're going to be putting yourself out there to get hurt more than what you've been hurt off and on already.
At least there will be a version of my story out there that I've told and that I've written.
The only thing I worry about is fanatical people that still can't accept the fact that God made people different. I don't know, I have to put my arms around this now and...
Well, I mean, it's done. You don't have to put your arms around it, you just have to accept it.
Добрый вечер. I am Vyacheslav Romanov reporting to you live from Melbourne, Australia. Good day, mates. This week on Big O Johnny Weir, Johnny decided he's gonna write a book and he's gonna come out of the cupboard